Good morning. Today I'm going to be talking about mugwort, the herb called mugwort, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the history of it. It's actually an age-old herb, so there's quite a bit of history to this. It's known through many cultures as an herb of healing. It also is known to give spiritual protection. And people have also used it in their food to spice meat. I think like duck, and I'm not sure what else, but yeah, so you can use herbs for a wide variety of purposes. You can also use mugwort for ceremonial uses. So you can take a bit of it and burn it during a ceremony. So what is interesting about this herb is, so it's a perennial herb. It's considered an invasive and noxious weed in many areas. And it grows in the US, particularly in the northern states. You'll find it growing in a number of habitats, from the forest to field edges to riverbanks and roadsides. It grows quickly and can establish itself via seed dispersal and also from its rapid expansion of rhizomes. So I just thought that it's really interesting. Once you learn about plants and plant medicines, and if you decide to go for a walk in your area, you can actually find a wide variety of medicines in your backyard, in the ditches, around fields. You just have to know what you're looking for. Once I was going for a walk down the road, and one of our cats had followed me, and I noticed that he was in the ditch eating this plant, and so I got a little bit closer to see what he was eating, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's wild peppermint is growing in the ditch. Peppermint's super medicinal as well. But that just goes to show that we have a wide variety of medicine at our fingertips for our use. Mugwort can be identified by its woolly spikes and subtle dark yellow or deep red flowers. However, it flowers only through the summer, and so you can also identify mugwort by its leaves. They have a feathered looking appearance. Sorry, that's my cat. Let's see. The leaves are dark green in color, and the underside of the leaf has a fine coating of hairs, giving them a soft silvery look. It also can be identified by its height. So it looks like it grows pretty tall. I wish I could show you a picture. Hold on, let's see if I can flip my camera around. No, don't have that ability at the moment. Okay. Going down. Moving on. Uses of mugwort. I thought this was interesting. So historically, it's been used to flavor beers and ales. It's been used to cure ailments. It's been used to dispel pests and insects, and it has even been smoked. I think it's been paired with tobacco. So, I'm trying to look. There was some interesting... Okay, so cultural significance of mugwort has been used to ward off evil. It's been used to enhance your dreams. It's been used as an herbal cure. Within Europe, it was referred to in old remedies by a number of names, such as St. John's, including St. John's wort, but not to be confused, there is another herb called St. John's wort, and this is not that. This is called mugwort, but I guess I was referred to that. It was also called riverside wormwood and sailor's tobacco. So those names have hinted to its past use as tobacco, as a flavoring alternative. So I guess it could be used, it was maybe mixed in with tobacco and smoked. St. John the Baptist was believed to have worn mugwort as he ventured out into the wilderness. And because of this, Christians in Europe gave mugwort to travelers before setting off on a voyage. Romans also planted mugwort along roadsides to allow weary travelers to collect it and use it for sore feet. So yeah, I guess it was also used in a foot bath to help relieve pain, because it does have anti-inflammatory properties to it. You can look for mugwort in hiking trails in your backyard, along a farmer's field. The best time to harvest it is in the early summer and into the fall. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my book here, and we're gonna read more about the medicinal uses of mugwort. So you can eat the leaves raw or cooked, or you can dry the leaves and use it for an herb to flavor meats. It is slightly bitter, and it's best eaten before the plant blooms. You can also use it for a tea. That's how I will probably be using it. Mugwort can also be used as a flavoring in beer to replace hops. So, interesting enough, did you know that beer is actually brewed from an herb called hops? So in some of my teas that I was drinking, especially the ones that are relaxing for night, to help you sleep, or just to help soothe your nerves at the end of the day, you can often find hops in a tincture. And so yeah, that's also in beer. So alcohol is not bad in any sense. It can actually be used in a sacred way. So alcohol is used in, we use vodka, 100 proof vodka, to actually extract herbal medicine. So in tinctures, you will have like, you'll use vodka to extract, say, lavender, rosemary. You can basically make any tincture you want. You can extract any medicine from any herb that you want using vodka. So mugwort can also be used as a flavoring in beer and replace hops. That's pretty cool. Mugwort, yeah, can be used as a tea tincture, or you can use it externally as an oil. Also, you can wrap and burn the leaves as a smudge stick. So similar to sage, you can also use it for incense purposes, to ward off, as it was said earlier, you can ward off evil. You can use it for ceremonial purposes. I really love using herbs for ceremonial purposes and for sacred uses. The smoke is calming and cleansing, and it's said to promote good dreams and to clear an area of negative energy. Roll and bind the leaves tightly and set fire to the tip. So you can pretty much burn any herbs as well, but there are some better ones that you might want to burn. You can also burn lavender, or you can put like a little lavender flower into your sage. So there's different combinations you can do when burning herbs. So mugwort is used to help balance hormones, and it's an antispasmodic. Mugwort leaf tea is useful for treating menstrual issues, but it should not be used if you're pregnant or during pregnancy. So mugwort is best used in moderate doses. if you use too much of it, it can be toxic and it can have the opposite effect. So you don't really want to overdo it with this herb. It's beneficial in balancing the reproductive system. So it helps with digestive issues. Let's see. So yeah, it's restorative for the intestine. It treats constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating, intestinal worms. It's a natural and gentle laxative, and it treats underlying problems by restoring balance to the digestive system. It helps with liver health. It increases bile secretion in the liver, and also helps to detoxify the liver and the body. So when I'm reading that it increases bile secretion, I'm thinking, wow, so that's similar to getting your oil changed in your car. So our bodies also need that as well. So we need to add a little lubrication sometimes to our liver to get it to restore, the tissue and cells and work properly. Heart health. Mugwort promotes healthy circulation in the bloodstream. It helps increase blood oxygenation and flow throughout the body. So as we know, oxygenation is really great for healing any disease, and especially cancer. When your body is oxygenated, cancer cannot survive in that environment. It improves blood cell generation, it lessens the chance of blood clots, and it lowers blood pressure and hypertension. It helps with respiratory issues and asthma. So it relaxes your bronchial tubes and opens the airways. It can be made into a tea or a steam. The steam would be inhaled to help with bronchial inflammation. It helps with epilepsy, convulsions, and it's a nervine. So when you're healing from anything, it's really good to pair or think about taking a nervine. So nervines could be nettle leaf, lavender, skullcap is a really strong nervine, California poppy, motherwort's a nervine, peppermint is actually a nervine as well, I had found out. Nervines basically relax the nervous system, and I think I talked about this in another video. When you're healing, you want to relax your nervous system and open things up so that it can heal quicker. So it does have a bit of a sedative effect, which helps ease the epilepsy and convulsions. It is antispasmodic, so it can control seizures in some epilepsies or epileptics. It helps decrease the severity of seizures and increases the time between attacks. Tea or tincture seems to work best for this. It helps with burns, itching, rashes, poison ivy, oak, and fungal infections. Mugwort is soothing on the skin and helps relieve the pain and itching from poison ivy, skin rashes, burns, and other skin irritations. It reduces scarring and helps the skin heal faster. So that's when you would probably use it as a topical, maybe infuse it in an oil, use that topically. Oh yeah, or you can grind the fresh leaves and stems into a fine paste and with a mortar and pestle, and you can apply the paste directly to the affected skin or the wound. You can also use the leaf tea as a topical antifungal and for relief from itching. So the cool thing about mugwort, I think, is you can use it to regulate sleep, treat fatigue and insomnia, and you can help the body to relax because it does have a sedative effect to it. It's also said hanging mugwort by the bed is said to promote good vivid dreams, and also I think taking this as a tea would also help with dream state as well, which I am fascinated with the mystical, so I think that's really cool that it promotes good vivid dreams. It has antibacterial properties. And yeah, as I said before, you can also burn it and use it for ceremonial uses. Once I used it or it was given to me as a tea during a full moon ceremony, and yeah, I felt very calm. And so when you're very calm, like I felt very almost lucid. It was a very cool effect, I would say. So there you go. There is Mugwort.